creating games in Loquiz, you have an option to create a new game from scratch, or you can start from a template. So when you look at the templates that are available in Loquiz, then there are quite many free templates available. There are some commercial templates available, and then there are special tools available. Depending on your package, these might differ, but the important thing is that you will have a possibility to create your own templates as well. And the templates will help you if you need to run one game concept many times. For example, you have developed a game and you want to run it for different occasions in different places. So you need to change locations, for example. So templates are a great tool for that. The thing is that you cannot create the template directly. So there is no button create new template. Instead, you need to create a game first and then, develop a full game, test it out, and then turn it into the template. It works that way because the templates cannot be played, but the games can. So if you start with a game, you can actually have a chance to develop it fully. You can have a chance to run it and then turn it into the template and then multiply it in your occasions. So for creating a template, I will go to the My Games list. I will choose already existing game that I have developed. It's called Testrogain, and I will make it a template. You can see that you can also clone the game if you want to run it in multiple locations, but templates will be easier to manage for you, and you will always know what to base your games on when you're using templates. So I will turn that game into a template, and straight away we are in the same kind of user interface, but you see that we are actually now changing the template that is about the Testrogain. So I will give it a name, Testrogain template, because it will now be the template. And you can also see that there is an additional information about the template. So you might give information that is important for you here, because it will be shown in the template section. I will just write in template info is here so that you can see that when you're choosing the templates to base your games on, you actually know and understand what you have made before. Another important fact about the games and templates is that games need to be complete, so they need to be playable. The templates don't need to be complete, so there can be information missing. For example, so I have a game here, and this game has a number of tasks, and these tasks have locations. For me, it is actually possible to remove the locations from the map. So when I'm now creating the game based on this template, I can just assign new locations. Again, it might not be necessary for you to remove the locations because you can move all the pins as well. But let's say in this case, it will make our concept more easy to deploy in the future. And I will save it. So now we have a template. And you can also see that information about the template that is presented here. If I close this dialog, in my templates, I have my first template available. So now these will be your templates that you can base your games on. And when clicking on the template, you can then open and create a game based on that. So let's do it. I will now create a game based on this template. And there are a couple of good pointers that you will see. First of all, you see that the locations tab actually expects the input that I need to assign the new locations. So let's put new locations to all the tasks. And we can go on to the configuration screen. And you can see that the game title is now actually the template title plus the date when it was created. And this is a good way for you to keep track as well. When did you create the game and what template was this game based on? So, you can give it a name yourself, but you can also leave the template name if the template is named very well. You can change everything else you want here, of course, and then you create a game based on the template. And you see here, the game is ready to be played. So I can start with the QR code. I can edit now the game if I want to and do everything with the game, but it's based on the template we have just created. Now, few more pointers you want to know is that when you go and edit the template, now we can also go and edit the template here. When you edit the template, it will not affect the games that were created previously, but it will affect all the games that you will create in the future. So if there are some changes you are developing your concept on, so you edit the template, then you know that the future games you will create on this template will have these changes in there. But there is one exception, and the exception is about the tasks. So if I have tasks in my template or in my game, it applies to everything in Loquiz, and I open it for the changing, then it will change in all the games or templates where it is available. And by changing, I do not mean that you delete the task and add new task to the game, but rather when you actually go inside the task and change, for example, the task text. So I add something here. So I have changed the task text here. And you see that I have now two options. One is that I save the changes to this task, and that would overwrite the task, and it would reflect in all the games and templates created where this task is present. Or I can save it as a copy. That means that it will only affect this template at the moment and all the future games created based on that template. It's actually a very powerful tool, because sometimes the tasks need to be updated, and you actually want them to be updated in all the games where they are present. And sometimes you actually need to modify the task for the specific game or template, and then you want to save a copy of that task so it replaces the original task in a game. Okay, we are not going to save it at the moment. We are just going to save the templates, and we are done with changing the template. So for all the main concepts, and maybe even for some of the locations you are running, or maybe for some of the languages you are using, it is worth thinking that if you want to create a template for. And one additional pointer for the future is that it might be worth digging into the templates, because the templates will make it also for you possible for you to actually share your games to other accounts if you want to. So for example, if a partner or friend is using Loquiz as well, then you can actually make the template visible for them so that they can create the game based on your concept. That's it. Thanks.